How interesting. Alright. Hi, guys. I haven't posted anything for a while because I just, you know what? Like, I haven't felt led to do these, and I generally don't do them unless I feel led to, you know? Also, for a while, I was doing a lot of readings in Final Fantasy, and I've taken, like, a hiatus away from doing that. But, so this coming Wednesday will be the new Chinese, or the Lunar New Year, which is like the Chinese New Year. And so we're coming into the year of the snake. And I don't know why, but I've always loved, like, the Chinese zodiac, and I find it really neat, okay? So, like, and I was actually, like, I got this idea earlier today to do this. So, like, it's sort of like, sometimes I'll do like these divine doorway kind of spreads, right? But today I felt like, so I have like this wild, I have this the wild unknown animal spirit deck, and I felt I felt led to, so all right, so like in the wild animal spirit deck there is a snake card, but then when I was going through it I saw the cobra in the sea serpent, and I felt led to bring those out as well. So, like, in a second, I'm gonna go through this whole line because the one that's for the actual snake has some other cards that also come from my shapeshifter deck. And then each one, also each line has a fortune cookie card and then a butterfly. So, like, these butterfly decks is a butterfly life changes. So now that we're coming into a new year, maybe there's going to be something that's changed because we're in new year is, you know, bringing in new energy. And so we're going to look at that. So before I get to the snake, I wanted to do these two. So in particular, the sea serpent. This is a really, this is also a special card in this particular deck because it is a major arcana for the wild animal spirit deck. So and I'm going to read. Oh, what did I do with my guidebook now? Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay. I was gonna say, I can't imagine that I'd move it because I like reading from it, you know? So, anyways, so the sea serpent is a healing emotional wounds and expressing desires, right? And so the sea serpent represents, so, and also, like, right before I get into reading these as well, yeah, I did bring these out because it's a snake, but the sea serpent and the cobra are both snake energies as well. Except this one's a major arcana and this one's a fire arcana, and the basic snake is our earth energy. So, but it says the sea serpent represents the energy of expression, whether it's emotions, creativity, sensuality, or desire. The sea serpent helps us move and direct our energy into a healthy current. When the essence of this card is in balance, we express ourselves creatively and sexually without fear or shame, and we know what we desire most. Our hearts are at ease, and our relationships are meaningful and enduring, and we loosen the grip of self judgment, and we let the cool waters of forgiveness in to heal our wounds. And when the energy of the sea serpent is not yet activated, our emotions and creativity are left in the muddy waters. The current of expression stagnates in some areas of our lives, and at other places it floods. It's important to remember, no matter what the waters of our emotional lives look like, that the sea serpent loves us just the same, like a mother, that she wraps herself around us in a gesture of protection, and she supports us as we learn to express our true natures. You know? So, and I super love this, you know, because I feel like it really represents a mother's energy. Something just fell, and I don't know what it is. Oh my goodness. Ew. Dude, stuff keeps falling from here like all day. It's really annoying, in fact. What in the world? Alright. Oh yeah, it might be this. Oh yeah, and this one too. The wash. Alright. Jeez, dude. Stuff keeps falling on the floor. Alright. So anyways, I also like this because if you look at the center, it also looks like an evil eye ward at the which is because that card talks about protection, you know. So the fortune cookie for this card for the sea serpent is the future, and it says you may travel or host an overseas traveler soon. Either way, great social fun awaits. So this is such a, you know, with a card talking about expressing ourselves, and then we get a visitor, and you know, a great social. And then this, the butterfly for this is seeking and finding. So in the future, for this coming year, you know, we're gonna have an overseas visitor, or go overseas ourselves. Which I love. It's going overseas, and the sea serpent looks like it's on an ocean or like a body of water, right? So like we're going over this body of water, seeking and finding. So if you're the person who's traveling in the coming year, you're gonna find what you're looking for when you go. If you're also receiving somebody, that person who comes to see you is gonna find what they are looking for, in case it happens to be them and you're hosting. So now we're also going to go to this cobra energy, because the cobra is still a snake, right? So it's a slightly different kind of snake, but it's still a snake altogether. And I'm going to read that in like 1 second. All right, here, I'll read it first, because I feel like it's like, what are you doing? Go read that. Okay, I'm going to read it. All right, here we go. So the cobra is pausing, waiting in the inner teacher. It says the cobra represents a teacher or spiritual guardian. The cobra hovers and watches, ever present, ever protecting, and ever loving. The essence of the cobra is found deep within us in the form of the inner teacher and manifests externally in those special guides who've led us along our path. What would it feel like to be a student again? What are you ready to learn? Oh my gosh, I love this, because this is going to come back. Remember this part. All right, so remember the old saying, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. Oh my goodness. So, and then it says, when in balance is a student of life, humble and wise. But when they're out of balance is a know-it-all and egocentric. Uh-oh, that could be me. Because you know what, as a Virgo, I do have that know-it-all going on. But anyway, it says to bring into balance means taking a class or study something new. I feel like that's going to be really significant when I get back to this other pile, okay? So we're going to pigeonhole that, because something came out from like another deck that wanted to come out, and it confirms on that. So, and then we also have, so the fortune cookie for the cobra says signs, right? And it says your future positive direction will reveal itself. Any doubts and confusion will soon disappear. I love that. Wow. Confusion and doubts will soon disappear. So we have spiritual growth, but it's upside down. But this is also making me feel like, since we have this cobra talking about being a teacher, but then we have growth upside down. So this is making me feel like whoever is in this cobra energy, where you haven't been experiencing the spiritual growth you need, somebody's going to enter your life to be this teacher to help you learn and have this, you know. I feel like this feeling is giving me like also for some people in this energy that you will become the teacher, and you're meant to be the one coming into somebody else's life, because you're meant to help them learn something so that they can have spiritual growth. So for some of us, this is somebody coming to us, and then for some of us, this is us going to somebody else as this leader. And I'm going to come back to that in a little bit, okay? Because I feel like I'm going to finish this, and then we'll loop around back to it. So this last one is the snake, which is an earth energy. Which, you know, if you look at it, if you didn't know better, these might be the same snake. Except this one's a little bit longer because it's older and ancient and forever. But you can kind of see where they're similar. So anyways, and so, you know, it's funny because like in India, in their culture, like everybody's afraid of snakes, right? But like according to this, it says that snakes are the guardian of unawakened magic and creative potential. So it says the snake is a symbol of our highest potential, which remember this card was talking about creative expression, right? And it says the snake is a symbol of our highest potential. It is said that Shakti, our creative life force, lies dormant at the base of our spine in the form of a coiled snake. And regardless of whether this image rings true for you, it's well worth considering the amount of unawakened or untapped potential within us. What would life look like if you woke it up? How can you stir it from its slumber? An experienced yoga or meditation teacher can help lead the way. Make haste. The snake card appears when there is no more time to waste. And when in balance, it means that you're prosperous, creative, and charismatic. When your snake energy is out of balance, that means it starts and stops many things. And to bring it into balance, needs some kundalini yoga and some meditation. So that's alright, so when I was grabbing the, oh yeah, let me finish. Alright. I feel like I keep wanting to go to this other pile, but I'm gonna finish. Okay. So, in the fortune cookie for the regular snake energy is this positive work outcomes. And it says consistent efforts will bring rewards, and a major purchase is worth making. So if you've been wondering if you should like go get that thing, you know, whoever's watching this, that you should, and it talks about healing from the past. I love it. You know, lately I've been talking to people about like healing, you know, how like we're spending this year focused on healing, you know, healing. I haven't been on here as much lately because I felt like the Holy Spirit guiding me to just take time to rest and recuperate. You know, I've been under a very long season of spiritual adversity, and so I felt like I was getting to be resting lately, right? I mean, I don't even know that I should be doing this one, but he said I could do this one because I felt like I should do one, and I haven't done one for a while. So this first one that came out was like the fairy ring, because like when I was grabbing the butterfly deck, this card wanted to come out with it. So then I was like, well, what is this? And it talks about learning new skills, advanced training, and rapid improvements. And so I feel like that's a whole confirmation, because this one was talking about when you're ready to learn something, the teacher appears, right? And this one talks about expressing our skills. And I just feel like this fairy ring is like representative of like all these snake energies. And then the fortune cookie for this fairy ring says that surprise, a disappointment will be followed by a pleasant surprise. An invitation could bring love to those searching. And I feel like this is kind of an echoing about that card talking about somebody from abroad coming. Yeah, where it talks about the future, and it says you may travel or host an international guest, and I feel like that's like a piggybacking off of that. So we have out here, so when I was picking these, I felt led to this card, which was like the two kittens. So like with these changes coming in, there's going to be two. So a lot of people who resonate with these snake messages, you're going to have two choices coming in this year. Because your gift of sacred sight, if you don't have this yet, this is a gift that's going to be unlocked for you. And if you do have it, it's going to heighten and get stronger. But this gift is meant to help you make your choice. And then we also had the black cat, which is not one of these choices, but it says that it represents love magic, atonement, and rebalancing. But I feel like the rebalancing is what this card is really talking about. Because like in these cards, we were already looking at our energy and balancing out and balancing everything. So I feel like, you know, as we get into this year of the snake for 2025, also bottoms of the decks on these, we had get some rest and with the butterflies. A time to say goodbye upside down with the shapeshifters, which usually the time to say goodbye talks about something is ending. It's about to end for now. And I feel like whoever this is for, like, I feel like it's like not that something is really ending, but it feels like something is ending, but it's really not. So it's like what somebody feels is something over, it's not over. It's just you're being asked to give it a rest. And so we also have, there's the hawk energy and reversed phoenix. So with this phoenix, I feel like I feel like this phoenix is upside down because it already just happened. Like, I feel a lot of us were in that phoenix energy where we've went through the completing of a cycle. We had that death and rebirth, right? We had that death, the rebirth, and now that the rebirth is over, I feel like the intensity of that moment has now passed, and now, like, you'll see like this. Whoops. Alright, you see all this energy from the Phoenix down here, which is like our major arcana in this deck. And then now here behind the Hawk, we have all this bright light, you know? A light that's so powerful that it's chasing the darkness away. And I feel like also, the Hawk also confirms this sacred site with the... Oh, and then underneath here we have a butterfly. Just like our butterflies. So, but yeah, so that's it for these snake messages. Happy Lunar New Year. I hope everybody has a great time. You know, it's in Chinese practice or tradition, they clean out the house and clean out the refrigerator to make way for what we want for the new year. And I've seen all kinds of posts about this on all over Facebook and Instagram lately. So I feel like that's a huge confirmation that we should focus on clearing out what we don't want or what we're not using anymore to make space for everything that's about to come in. Because I feel like this is going to be a huge year of abundance and blessing for like so many of us, especially those of us who've been deep in the trials and tribulations of things, and those of us who've been on like unrelenting spiritual adversity. There's going to be a turning of the tide coming really soon. That turning of the tide, we're like right on it. It's going to happen, okay? So like if you've also been somebody who's been under a lot of spiritual adversity, just be encouraged, okay? Because everything that's happened in your life, it hasn't happened to you, it's happened for you. And if you can't see that yet, then just keep meditating, okay? Please keep praying. Don't give up. Just don't give up. Like, I know it's been really rough, and a lot of us been going through baptisms by fire, but we went through that because we were in that Phoenix energy that we just saw, okay? We went through the baptism, and we've been baptized by fire, and so now we're, you know, coming out of that in the power of resurrection, okay? So, it's like that Phoenix down energy. Like, if you've ever played a Final Fantasy game, they always have an item called a Phoenix Down, and it brings a character back from the dead. And when you come back from the dead, you get, like, your full life bar fills up, you know? So not only are you coming back, but you have a full life bar as well. So it's like, but I feel like that Phoenix Down energy isn't just for the last time we came out of it. Like, so, like, in Final Fantasy VII, there was a materia type called Phoenix. So if you cast it, it just keeps bringing people back, you know? So I feel like instead of just a Phoenix Down that's like a one-time use item, we've now entered into Phoenix materia that allows us to use it endlessly as often as we need to. So if you're somebody who's been really going through it, please be encouraged, okay? You're not alone. Even if you feel alone, even if it looks like you're alone, you're not really alone, okay? None of us are truly alone. You have a whole spirit team. You have angels, ancestors, everybody who's with you. And, you know, just, and also don't be afraid to pray and reach out to the Lord. You know, He's always there with us through everything. He's always constantly guiding us and helping us, you know. Like, I wouldn't be here and in such a transformed frame of mind if it wasn't for Him. So, you know, the Lord bless us and keep us, right? And to all of you, and I'll just see you next time. Thank you.